Hello everyone. Today is Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, it is Tuesday. So, obviously yesterday I skipped the gym. I did post a tweet about it. Yesterday I was pretty really exhausted and just too sore. I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't recover properly. I don't know if I'm not getting enough sleep or need enough protein or, whatever. So I was still kind of sore. What are you doing? Man, that lady was in my lane. She was coming head on to me. That was interesting. Yeah, so, I don't know why. I was just super sore yesterday and obviously still pretty exhausted with me being sore. So I just figured it wouldn't have been a good idea if I did anything other than just rest. So that's what I did. Today I feel a bit better, still a little bit physically tired. But that's not gonna stop me. I had my pre-workout. I had my pre-workout meal and I just did my pre-workout routine like usual. But yeah, so since I skipped yesterday and I'm calling that a rest day, today's gonna be back in biceps, then I'll just go through the week. It's just gonna be one day off, which is fine. I don't really mind that. But yeah, today is pull, back, biceps, and then forearms. I include forearms because I do like directly training them. I used to have small forearms. I still feel like I kind of have somewhat small forearms, but they are definitely more defined and a lot bigger since I first started working out a year ago. But I do directly like training them. I enjoy it quite a bit. So, I always incorporate that on my pull days. And then, that's just like an accessory type of thing where that I'll do on Friday, which is like my just chest, back, and then forearm dates. I just call it my accessory day because it's just me finishing off the rest of the muscles, the rest of the muscle groups that I didn't, do twice that week. Because, I only train legs once a week because it takes like half a week for them to even heal and fully recover. So, and then, I want those last extra couple days just to fully be sure they're recovered. And also because I don't want to have legs that are sore 24/7. I'd much prefer to not have that. And then core, I try and train it at least once a week, but ideally 2 to 3 times, just because it is one of the more important muscles in your body, just for everything, between every workout you do, it's still being used. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do in your everyday life or in the gym, your core is being used. It is a very important part of your body. So ideally, I try and do 2 to 3 times a week. And if not, then at least once. Otherwise, the rest of my muscle groups I do train twice. So I do pull, push, legs and abs. Thursday's arms, and then Friday, again, my accessory day of just chest, back, forearms. So anyway, yeah, we're doing back and biceps today with forearms included. Probably just the usual. I'm going to record my workouts today. Do the best I can for each of them. But I'm pretty pumped and pretty hyped for the gym today. So, yeah, I'll see you guys there. Okay, so it was honestly like a lot busier than I had expected. I don't think I've actually ever seen it this busy. Like, I'm telling you, like there's a large parking lot, and just about every damn parking spot was taken. I mean, there was hardly like anything I could, choose from to park. So, that did mean I was unable to record a couple of workouts, like a couple exercises I did. But for the most part, I'd say I recorded like 70% of my total workout. There was just a couple things I couldn't do because it was so busy. I mean, the first floor was like packed. It was crowded. So I didn't want to like whip out the tripod and then there's like, 30 different people and getting in the video. And it's like, it's a big gym, but in terms of square footage, it's kind of small. I mean, it's got 3 floors. But when it's packed like that, it's just like, it's so cramped, it's so tight, it's like, I just feel awkward, pulling out the tripod versus like a lot of other gyms, they're so large, even if the parking lot was full, there would still be like a good amount of space where it's like, you don't have to worry about so many people coming in front or behind or whatever of the camera. So, but, yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good pump for sure. I was in there for like an hour and a half. I didn't do forearms. Only reason I didn't do forearms was because like my body just started to tell me like, hey, cut it off. Because I haven't pushed myself like that in a while, where I was going for an hour and a half. Because I'm usually not at the gym that long, maybe like an hour or so, give or take. I just, in the past few weeks, I've only been in the gym for like an hour and a half, a few times. So it's, my body was telling me to cut it off for today. But, excuse me, I still got in a good bicep and a good back workout, which is pretty nice. For biceps, I started off with machine preacher curls. I think I did that for like 4 sets. Then I moved on to, it was easy bar curls. Did like 50 pounds for 3 sets. Then I did hammer curls, like side hammer curls, not, like this. I did them from the side. I did that for, I think, like 2 sets. I just wanted to kind of work like this, part of the bicep a little bit more versus just the, this one. I think this is the short head, and this one's like the long head that runs from like the elbow to the shoulder. I think that's what that is. But I wanted to work that a little bit more to try and fill in my biceps. Then after that, see, what did I do? I went to the cable machine, and I had it all the way at the top, and I had a D handle. So I was doing like this, with the D handle in this hand, cable over there, and it's just kind of like a curl. There's not a full range of motion, but it's kind of like almost like a half rep bicep curl, and that was pretty nice. I did that for a couple sets, and then after that was it for biceps. Back. When I started doing back, it was a little bit harder to record, like I said, because by that time, the gym was like fully popping. I mean, it was packed on the first floor. I think everyone was on the first floor for the most part. But yeah, anyway, so there was a couple things I didn't get to record myself doing. One of them I know was rows, cable rows. Those felt really good. I'm starting to get a great mind muscle connection in my back, and I'm loving it right now, because those cable rows, man, I tell you, I used to never feel my back with those. In the past year, it took me a whole year to feel my back in fucking cable rows, man. Like, that's pretty crazy. Shit. But they feel really good now. So yeah, I didn't get to record that, or lat pull downs. Lat pull downs, I was honestly kind of weak on today. So, I only got in like maybe 2 actual good sets, and then there was like, the one feeler, and then one of them was just kind of like half-assed. Like, I lost my grip halfway through, so I got up to readjust, and then I just couldn't finish the set. Shit, what did I do for back? I mean, besides that, I did face pulls. Those felt pretty good. I was trying to focus on my traps, my rear delts. So I did face pulls. What else? I did deadlifts for 2 sets. Then after that, I went to the K rows. Man, I'm so out of order. I truly cannot remember. Damn. Honestly though, I think that might have been it. I think it was just deadlifts. Oh, and then I also did lat pullovers. So yeah, so I did deadlifts, lat pullovers, cable rows, lat pull downs, and the face pulls. That is kind of a high volume, but honestly, like, I wanted to just feel like my back, because like I've said, I used to not really have a great mind muscle connection for my back, and that's something I'm just now starting to develop after a whole year. So I just kind of wanted to sit there and keep the cycle going, get the mind muscle connection brewing, because I'm starting to actually like training back. Like, I used to not like it, I used to hate it. I was like, I don't like training back. Now it's like, I want to do back. It's funny how your mindset changes like that. But yeah, that was my workout. We're gonna get going here. I'm so thirsty. I was sweating like a pig on a fire, man. I had this cut off on my Streignth hoodie from Streignth.com. That thing is thick. I mean, that I could definitely use that as like a winter hoodie. It's pretty damn thick. But I had that on with the cutoff. I have joggers on right now, sweatpants. Then I had my little beanie hat on as well. So, once my heart rate got going, I was just sweating like crazy, man. But you know what? It was a good ass workout though. I'll tell you, when I went to the bathroom and recorded myself posing, I did I think the cleanest transitions into different poses I've ever done, and I know for a fact I did the cleanest what is it called? lat spread that I've ever done in my life. Like, I went from doing a front-facing double bicep straight into the lat spread, and it was clean. It was smooth. Best one I've ever done. So I'm pretty hyped about that. And honestly, man, just looking pretty big. I mean, I'm only a natural. I'm natty. I'm not like taking anything other than supplements. I'm taking ashwagandha and horny goat weed. So those are like the two natural testosterone boosters, which really isn't a whole lot, but it helps. Helps with mood and stuff too. It's pretty nice. And then I'm taking cordyceps, something like that. The mushroom. I'm taking that in pill form, and then I'm also taking another mushroom. It's lion's mane. I just started taking lion's mane recently, but yeah, it's that's basically it. It's my supplement stack. I don't know. But yeah, again, I'm not on steroids, but I think I'm looking pretty big, especially for the fact I've only been doing this for a year. And I've come a long way. I really have. But yeah, I'm tired. Gonna go home, go take a shower, and then fuel up so I can rest, recover. And I'm gonna try and get a full 8 hours of sleep, but I cannot guarantee it just for the fact that it is 8:30. So I still gotta shower and eat and whatnot. Might not go to bed till like 10:30, but and then tomorrow I'm waking up early so I can get ready for a bike trip that me and my friend are doing. It's not like a long bike trip or anything. We're just, we're going on the bike trails. We don't know how far. Probably not that far if I had to guess. But I'm still gonna need like a good amount of energy for when we go. We're going like 11 in the morning, something like that. 10 or 11, I think is what we agreed on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, honestly. Like, I went on the bike trails, I think it was just this past Sunday, and that was really fun. And that was like, I went like 8 miles one way and then about 7.5 or 8 miles back. I don't know the exact numbers because I know I went like, I don't know, what was it, like maybe 8.4 something, and then I came back and it ended up being like just shy of 15 miles. I don't know why it took so long to explain that. But yeah, it was like almost 15-mile bike ride, and I was gone like an hour and a half, but I had a lot of fun. And like I only brought 3 bottles of water. I didn't really bring food or nothing. I just kind of was like, I was out on a bike ride. I was like, I kind of want to go on the trails right now. So I, went ahead and went on the trails. So, that was nice. I think I'm going to do that a lot more this summer. So I'm glad that my friend wants to do it, this early on. And I'm looking forward to it for sure. I'm glad I have tomorrow off of work. Lord knows I've been needing the sleep and the rest time. I've been struggling and chugging along the past couple days. Like, for whatever reason, I'm just not recovering as fast as like I'm pushing myself. So I think maybe I should start slowing down a little bit on pushing myself so much, just because like it's taking me forever to recover, and that's not good. You don't want to use already used muscles. That's just gonna make them worse. It's not gonna make them come back any stronger than they already would be if I had quit using them when I'm supposed to be recovering them. But it is what it is. So we're just gonna correct our path and go on a good new path. Correct those little bad habits, or not really even bad habits. It's good I'm pushing myself. It's just like, you gotta cut back sometimes on like how hard you're pushing yourself, you know? You just kind of have to. You can't, you know, go 24/7 chugging along, you know, feeding coal into the flame. And that's not good for you. You know, you gotta. That's why sleep's so important for you. Let your body, you know, rest, recover, heal, digest the rest of your food in your body. You know, repair old cells. You'll make new ones. It's very beneficial for you, and like, you know, especially when you're working out too, because you know you're breaking down all your muscles, you know, your muscle fibers, so your body's got to replace those and then build more. So that's why sleep's so important, and why pushing yourself's great, but you also got to know like when to again cut back. I feel like that was a very long tangent that shouldn't have been that long. That kind of shows you where my brain is at right now. Over the past few days, I've been just like complete brain fog, man. So I'm going home. I'm fueling up more protein. I'm almost at my protein goal for today. I've been doing good on that. Yeah, more protein. Probably a little bit more carbs, not too much though, or maybe a good amount, because you know I'm going on a bike trip tomorrow, so I'll be using a lot of energy. I'm not too sure, but yeah, go rest and recover and refuel. But I'm almost home, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Please take care, and thank you for watching this video. Whenever you may be watching it at 3-4 in the morning, you should be sleeping. Go to bed. But you know, have a good night, good morning, whatever time it is for you. Alrighty.